So we are doing our study guide. This is for decimals and fractions, okay? First section, converting decimals into a fraction or mixed number. How do we do that? Do y'all remember? Write what you say. Absolutely. I'm going to put myself a little note up here. Yes, write what you say, okay? So if we read this first one, 7 6/10, how would we write that? Xander?
7 on the side, like big number.
7 is our whole number.
6/10.
You got it. 6/10. Can we simplify that? Absolutely. What'll go into 6 and 10?
3.
3 won't go into 10. 2 will go into both.
I thought you were saying what goes into 6.
So dividing both of those by 2, we would get 3/5. And that would be your final answer. Okay? Somebody read number 2 for me. Olivia.
7600.
You got it. So we're going to write it just like she said it. 76/100. Can we simplify?
Yes, ma'am.
Because they're both what?
Even.
Even. What do you think our greatest common factor would be?
2.
Well, if we divide them both by 2, whoever said 38, Benjamin, yes. So 76 divided by 2 would be 38. So 38 is an even number. If we divide 100 by 2, we still get what?
50.
It's still even. So could we go even more?
4.
We could divide them both by 4. I agree with that. So what would 76 divided by 4 be?
19.
19. Excellent. Okay, and what's 100 divided by 4?
25.
25. 19 is what kind of number?
Prime.
So unless our denominator was a multiple of that, we could not simplify. All right, somebody read number 3.
9 and 7.
Oh, absolutely. Here we go. 9 7/10. Can't be simplified.
Prime number.
All right, that's it, guys. That is how you write a decimal as a fraction. Everybody feel good about that part?
Yeah.
Okay, this will be on your test tomorrow. All right, convert fractions into a decimal. What are we going to do? Divide, absolutely. So this is where we divide, and it is numerator divided by denominator. Remember, whole number, he's just going to go in timeout over here. I don't need him yet. And I'm going to jump to my scratch paper real quick. So I'm going to move this down for just a second.
Can we do it on the back?
Sure. You can do it wherever you want. I'm just using my scratch paper, so I have it right here.
That's number 4, right?
This is number 4, yeah. So we've got 1 divided by 8. What do I have to add here? Decimal, and I'm going to go ahead and start with 2 zeros. Okay, can 8 go into 10?
Yes.
How many times?
1.
Okay, and we have 2 left over. If I bring a 0 down, 8 will go into 22 times. That's 16. I have 4 left over. I'm going to go ahead and bring one more 0 because 8 will go into 45 times. We have nothing left over. That's what we call a what kind of decimal? Y'all remember? Terminating, absolutely. Okay, so we're going to go and put our decimal back over here with our whole number. So it's 12 and 125 thousandths. Okay? Number 5, again, putting our whole number in timeout. We don't need him yet. And then we're going to set up number 5 as 5 divided by 20. And y'all slow me down, okay, if I'm ever going too fast.
Okay.
All right, can 20 go into 50?
Yes.
How many times? 2 times. That'll be 40. 10 left over, bring a 0 down. Can 20 go into 100?
Yes.
5 times. Nothing left over, so it's a terminating decimal. So we're going to go back over here and do 2/5. I heard somebody a second ago say you could simplify. Who said that? Okay, so what could you simplify it to? 1/4. And 1/4 is going to be one of those common fractions that would be great to have memorized. If you have 1/4 or 1/4 of something, what's it equal to? 0.25. Think about 1/4. Ah, that's why it's called a quarter. Yeah. $1/4. Yep. All right, do we need to divide on number 6?
No, because we can just put the 7 and the 10s.
Absolutely, because if I read that, it says 7/10. So that's going to be 7/10. So that one we don't even have to divide. Okay. Guys, the biggest thing I've noticed watching your work on these type problems is that make sure numerator, the top number is always inside on division, okay? Don't flip those. Denominator's always outside. Okay, so those will be on your test tomorrow as well. Number 7, simplifying. What are we using when we simplify? Greatest common factor. Okay, so we're looking for our GCF, our greatest common factor. What is my greatest common factor of 27 and 36? 9. Absolutely. So I'm going to divide both by 9. What would that give us? 3/4. And that's it. Yep. No, that one was not hard. Yeah. Okay, what type of fraction is this? Improper. So if we want to change it to a mixed number, we're going to divide. So I want to do 38 divided by 4. 8 times. That'll give us 32. All right, now, at this point, and let me make sure the word I'm saying. Wait, hold on. We don't want to bring a decimal down because we don't want a decimal on these. We're changing this to a mixed number. So at this point, oh, wait, sorry. Let me back it up. We could go 9 times. I see what y'all are saying now. Yeah, you're right, because we had leftovers. We have more leftovers than we should. Let's try that again. 38 divided by 4, that is 9 times. Okay, now, this is what I was going to say again. We don't want to bring a 0 down and make a decimal, okay? We want to turn this into a fraction. Leftovers go on the top shelf of the fridge. That becomes 2/4, which we all know is the same as?
9 and 1/2.
Say it again? 9 and 1/2. There we go. Okay, what type of fraction? Mixed number. It's not messy because this is not improper. Yeah, this is just a mixed number. So our whole number stays the same. What's my greatest common factor between 18 and 42? There's one that can be 6. So, how many times will 6 go into 18?
3.
And how many times will 6 go into 42?
7.
There we go. And that time you have 2 prime numbers, so you know for sure that it can't be simplified. All right. Now that we've gotten the easy stuff out of the way. Right?
Yeah. That was easy.
I'm glad. Okay. So let's jump down. Number 10, I'm going to grab my scratch paper again. So number 10, we have 5 6 minus 1/3. 5 6 minus 1/3. Okay. Adding, subtracting fractions where we have unlike denominators. This is where we're going to use what? Least common multiple. Someone put me a little reminder over here. LCM. I'm looking for my least common multiple, which is what? 6. 6 is the first multiple that we will say. It's the first number we will say when we skip count by 3s and 6s. So, if your denominator doesn't change, neither does your numerator. And this is where you're going to ask yourself, what did I multiply 3 by to get 6? So, guys, we have to do the same thing to our numerator. He's very jealous. Whatever happens to the denominator, he has to get 2. So 2 times 1 is 2. Can I subtract now? Well, yes, 3 6, which we can simplify to 1/2. Yeah, I was going to say, let's take it one step at a time. One half. Yeah, after all that. Your simplified answer would be 1/2. Okay? Let's look at number 11.
Okay.
That is 3/8 plus 3/5. What's my least common multiple between 8 and 5? 40. There's not a number that we would get to before 40 because if it's divisible by 5, it has to end in 5 or 0. The only one we would get to first would be 40. Okay, so what did I multiply 8 by to get 40?
5.
So 5 times 3 is?
15.
What did I multiply 5 by to get 40? So 8 times 3 is? Okay. At this point, we can add 39. Can we simplify?
No.
Why not?
Because it's one number apart.
They're one number apart, so we know we're done. So number 11, 39 over 40. I'm just writing my answers back on here. Okay. Number 12. Now we have some mixed numbers. 2 and 6/7 plus 18 and 11/14. So again, looking for my least common multiple between 7 and 14. Absolutely, I agree it is 14. Anytime you have a number that this is a factor of this larger number will always be your greatest common factor. I mean, least common multiple, sorry. So leave your whole numbers. Denominators are now 14. So 7 times 2 gives us 14. So 6 times 2 is... And remember, guys, this is like we're unsimplifying. Because if we simplified 12/14, we would get 6/7. If my denominator doesn't change, neither does my numerator. So I'm going to add my whole numbers together. 2 plus 18, 20. Denominator stays the same. And now we have 23. Now we have one of those messy fractions. Because we have a mixed number and it's improper. So let's change this one. 23 divided by 14. That will go how many times? One time. And we have what left over? 9. And that would become 9 over 14. So we're going to add that to what we already have. So our final answer should be 21 and 9 over 14. Yes, question?
So, like, on the test, do we have to divide or if we just know what it is?
No, you don't have to do this. Honestly, I'd prefer you not. But I'm doing that for those people that aren't going, well, 14 will go into 23. Because I guess this is my thought process on paper. But if you can do this process in your head, I'm great with that. Yes?
I did the longer process of subtracting 14 over and over again until I got my answer.
Did you?
I did, and now
No, don't. Don't. All right. So number 12, our final answer was 21 and 9 over 14. Okay. All right. Number 13, our first subtraction problem. We've got 4 and 2/7 minus 1 and 8/10. What's going to be our least common multiple?
7.
Yeah, I don't. No, there's not anything else. Yeah, just 70. 70 would be right. I know that seems large, but that is your least common multiple. Okay, so what did we multiply 7 by to get 70? 10. So 2 times 10 is 20. Okay. What did I multiply 10 by to get 70? So 7 times 8 is 56. Okay. Guys, I'm going to slow down a second. I'm going to stop. Let everybody catch up. Hold on. Because we're going to have to do what? Borrow. Okay? So, let's look at this. If I take one whole from this, that becomes a 3. I'm going to add my numerator and denominator together. That becomes 90 over 70. That's because, remember, okay, this is just my thought bubble. You don't have to do this. If I already have 20 over 70 and I'm adding one whole, which is 70 over 70, that would give us 90 over 70. So you can go with the rule that you know you're always adding your numerator and denominator together, and that will give you your new numerator. But this is why you're doing that. Okay? All right, we're going to leave the other one the same, 56 over 70. All right, tough question of the day. What is 3 minus 1? 2. I hated y'all like delayed. All right, what is 90 minus 56?
44.
Check it again.
34.
34. Got to borrow. Over 70. Can I simplify?
Yes.
Yes.
Even. By 2.
They are both even. We can divide by 2. So that would give us what?
35.
35 would be our denominator. What about 34 divided by 2?
17.
Very good.
That's in the top of the numerator. If that's right.
Yeah, that's it. So number 13 would be 2 and 17 over 35. Okay. All right, number 14. Let's see, 5 and 10 over 15 plus 4 and 13 over 15. Do I have to do anything to it? No, because we already have common denominators. So 5 plus 4 gives me 9. 10 plus 13, 23 over 15. I have a messy fraction. So again, and guys, these, again, this is just like, these are my thought bubbles, I guess. 23 divided by 15. That would go 1 time. What do you have left over? 8. And that's 8 out of 15. So, add that to what we already have here. So our answer would be 10, 8 over 15. Can I simplify? No, because there's not a factor that will go into both other than 1. 10 and 8 over 15. All right, last fraction problem. 11 minus 3 and 5 over 14. Okay, yes, we're going to have to what? Somebody was saying it. Borrow. So we got to bust up this whole number because we don't even have a fraction. So I'm going to take one whole, make that 10. Absolutely. Now tell me why you chose 14. Guys, don't choose just a random number. Choose the denominator that you're already dealing with. That way you don't have to make common denominators. Make it easier on yourself. Okay? Uh-oh, I forgot my whole number. Minus 3. Okay. So 10 minus 3 gives me 7. 14 minus 5? 9 over 14. Can I simplify? Nope. So 7 and 9 over 14. All right. Any questions so far? Bless you.
Thank you.
Okay. Is this helping? Hopefully? Okay. All right. Let's look at number 16. I'm going to go to another sheet of paper so I have room. Okay. Miss Sawyer has a bag of chips. She eats 3/7 of the bag at lunch and 1/4 of the bag after school. Okay. So the things I'm looking at, 3/7 of the bag, 1/4 of the bag, what fraction of chips did she eat? So what are we doing? We're adding. Because she ate 3/7 at one time, and she ate 1/4 at another time, and we want to know the total amount she ate. So, 16. We've got 3/7 plus 1/4. What's my common denominator? 28. What did I multiply 7 by to get 28?
4.
So 4 times 3 is, okay. And I multiply by 7, yep, so 7 times 1. So 12 plus 7 gives me
19.
over 28. Can I simplify? Okay. Now, important. On this question. Answer in a complete sentence. Okay. Miss Sawyer ate a total of 19/28 of the bag of chips. Remember, if it's a word problem, if it asks it in words, we want to answer in words. All right. Here we go. Number 17. In order to blank, you must reduce a fraction to its lowest terms by canceling to the lowest common factor for both the numerator and denominator. Simplify. Very good. Okay. The blank is the result of division. Quotient. Very good. The blank is the result of subtraction. Difference. The blank is the result of addition. Awesome.
Well, we have a word bank.
I think they're matching. Give me a few minutes. I'll double check just to make sure. Yeah. The blank is the number below the line in the fraction. Absolutely. The result of multiplication. Product. It's factor, product. All right. The number above the line in a fraction. Numerator. Okay. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
Yes. Oh.
Oh,
All right. I'm going to pause this for just a second.